Senator Schumer, how do you respond to this charge of hypocrisy and double standards? You led the charge against Miguel Estrada when he was when he was nominated for the appeals court. There were internal memos among Democrats citing as one possible reason the fact that he would be an Hispanic elevated to the appeals court. Are you using a different standard for Judge Sotomayor than you used for Mr. Estrada?
Absolutely not, and let me explain why. First, Estrada was never a judge, so we had no way to judge what his record would be in the best way to judge it, cases that he had ruled on. And so when we asked him questions, he said absolutely nothing. He said, I cannot answer this question. I cannot answer that question. In fact, Judge Sotomayor has answered more questions on hearings already because of her 2 confirmation hearings than Estrada said. So we had totally nothing to go on with Estrada. What we said about Miguel Estrada is if he'd talk a little bit about his judicial philosophy, we could give him a fair hearing. He absolutely refused. He had no record as a judge. The 2 standards are like night and day. Justice Roberts, Justice Alito, they answered questions far more extensively than Estrada did, and I think most commentators said they learned a lesson from Estrada, that you have to answer some questions about your judicial philosophy, particularly when you don't have a record as a judge.
Well, George, I think I'd take a contrary view, as you might imagine. I think this is pretext. I mean, Miguel Estrada immigrated from Honduras. He couldn't speak English when he was 17 years old, came here, graduated from the 2 top schools in America, and rose to the very tops of the legal profession. And yet he was filibustered by Democrats and denied an up or down vote in the United States Senate. Now, can you imagine if the shoe were on the other foot today?
Is filibuster on the table today?
Well, I think it's really premature to say that, or to speculate. That's why
So it's possible that Republicans will filibuster?
I'm not willing to judge one way or the other, George, because, frankly, we need to not prejudge, not pre-confirm, and to give Judge Sotomayor the fair hearing that Miguel Estrada and, indeed, Clarence Thomas were denied by our friends on the other side of the aisle.
Let me say that